actually going to decide who gets first in their pool and who gets second, which, as we know, seeding 100% matters, because this could decide, do you play like Optic Gaming first or do you play a lesser team?
Chance, for God's sake, man, sell the car. You know it's going to be a good series. But we are very, very excited about the upcoming triple threat match. I want to give it like a weird like WWE spin with this, like it's like the equivalent of like a triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs match.
It's the battle of regions too. It's one
know.
American team or North American, whatever you want to call it, one EU team and one APAC. So like, it's so good. But I mean, this match will be okay too. I mean,
let's get into it. It's straight Rippin versus Fnatic. We're playing for first place here in the groups, and Str8 wants it, baby. He's got 2 kills ready. Temp and Dashi pushing up pushing up daisies. Things are all gravy as Fnatic take the first 2 points. Chance, okay, let's get in this one. Let's just get our heads into this one. We're gonna go one series after this, and then we can enjoy that triple threat match. But until then, let's see who comes out of the group on top. Straight Rippin have been sick all weekend long. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, 100%. And the thing about Straight Rippin as well is the storyline for them is essentially, well, you have the study versus EG. That's all well and good, but Temp, for example, he's been too young to play at Champs, but he's been one of the most talented Call of Duty players for many, many years, and this is the first time he's been able to play in such a long time, and he's a monster. And then Dashi, people thought this kid was a keyboarder for like the first like 4 or 5 months of his lifestyle. Like they thought he was cheating because he was that good online. And finally, now he's at Champs, the biggest event of the year. He gets to show off his skills, and him and Temp, that duo have just been absolutely fantastic. Of course, though, the flip side of things, Fnatic, they got some storylines as well. You got the twins, just Wuskin and Str8. They've been monsters as well. And then Tommy, obviously, a bit of a legend in the Call of Duty scene. But so far, very close game, tied 26-26.
Speaking of legends, Tommy's only going 1-4, but currently sitting in the hard point. But can he get a second kill out of this one? He's still buying the time he needs for his team. Lovely headshot there and study over that chest high cover. And he's going to have to deal with a few more players as they push on through. He will be taken down there by Ricky, but nonetheless, trying to get as much time as possible. Straight Rippin now in control of the hard point with the final 25 seconds remaining here. As you can see, Wuskin now on the high ground, trying to punch away through this defensive line of Straight Rippin, but fantastic work there from Dashi. He's going to be watching the back end as well. There we go. Next set of rotations. These players now going to be vying for control of the next hard point on the map. And so far, so good for Straight Rippin fans.
Well, Fnatic, though, on this hill, so far it's been pretty good. Straight Rippin, that's about as much of a stagger as you can possibly ask for. Temp, he flew into the hill by himself about 10 seconds before his next teammate was there, but they were pushing one at a time. None of the kills were going their way. Study, though, trying to do some damage over by the backside. He's got another player, but he's working with Ricky as well. Taking that super long-range gunfight, but that's actually going to allow pressure to come in from the front. And it looks like Temp, he's going to be the guy inside causing problems. Picks up 2 as well. Study's there to trade his life, and that is a clean break coming out of Straight Rippin, ripping through Fnatic.
Ripping through Fnatic. I'm so happy to see Straight Rippin in the Call of Duty esports scene. I've always been a big Straight Rippin fan from way back in the Halo 2 days. Tom Taylor. Here we go, nonetheless. Still continuing the run there from Straight. They are taking a bit of enemy fire. Str8 is about to punch his way through that top door. Any moment now, 18 seconds left on this hangar. Hardpoint study, nades out. What a beautiful nade. Still managing to land the shots as well. Study, though, he's going to be caught unaware there. There's a final few seconds here in this hard point. Are going to be going towards Fnatic, but still, actually, no, Temp comes in the last minute and grabs those ones. So still hoping to get a little more points on the board. Straight Rippin now comfortably climbing away as the next hard point has flipped. It may be Fnatic's for now, but as you can see, Straight, here comes the play right over the top. Wuskin takes on one, takes on a second. Lovely bit of crossfire from his teammate behind him in the hard point. And they're going to have to be dealing with those 2 more players now coming over the top. Tommy is going to be the first player to engage him. He has been dropped. Temp and Ricky now making their way through. Str8, though. Str8 and Wuskin, the dream team, the 2 twins, locking down this hard point almost single-handedly together. And at the moment, their kills 13-6 and 12-8 for Wuskins and Str8 respectively. Wuskins is on a 5 streak, for God's sake. I mean, you can't slow him down at this point, and they're quickly getting up towards Straight Rippin.
Yeah, and you can see how patient he's being. He was sitting in that corner for at least a solid 10 seconds, waiting for a player to fly past, and you can see 125. He needs one more kill or one more touch of the hill, at least for the first time around, to earn those streaks. And again, just it's obvious, it goes without saying, but streaks can be absolutely devastating. Meanwhile, though, Tommy's actually pushed out the other side as well. He was able to pick up 2, but Fnatic obviously did a fantastic job on this drill hill. Now they need to work over. Wuskins, though, you can see he did finally get taken down.
Money hill for Fnatic so far. The drill. We'll see how this next set of rotations goes. chances you can see, like so far, slaying department. I mean, Fnatic are looking great. Sunny B having a little bit of a slow one. I mean, is that having a major impact on the way this map's unfolding for you?
Well, certainly. That was actually one of the bigger problems Fnatic was having on pretty much every single hill. And you can even see the success they had on Drill. Sunny B really wasn't a huge factor for it. He pretty much just died and called out to his teammates. But again, Wuskins and Scraps each picking up some pretty clutch kills to get them back in the game. But as you said, if Sunny B doesn't start to turn this game around, it might turn into a one-sided affair. As you can see, Str8 Rippin still has about that 20-point lead.
Beautiful movement here from Dashi. He came in from above, catching that player from Fnatic off guard. Not able to get the kill, but still doing what he can to keep that pressure applied. Temp now in position for the next hard point. Beautiful shots. Takes care of Wuskins. In 10 seconds, we are going to see bridge change over. Str8 Rippin now, 130 almost in the scoreboard. Fnatic slowly climbing back into this one, but again, a very, very close game so far. Ricky, the only member of team Str8 Rippin, who's slowing behind in the kills department. 9 and 11 for him, but he is doing the bulk of the objective works. This is Study. Lovely two-piece from Study. Can he make it a third? No, he will not. He will be put down there by Scraps, but what individual skill.
Yeah, I mean, great job there by Fnatic, obviously. I think that was either a double or triple scare of calling at the same time to help them break the hill. It's worth mentioning, though, Study. Not only is he a factor on the team in terms of kills, but Dashy's the factor as well. He just does it by himself. He just walks in the hill and gets 3 kills along the way. Tommy's trying to pick up a bit of the slack that his teammates kind of left behind, but it's not really going to matter for the moment. Still Str8 Rippin in full control. Study's now pushing it out. It looks like Ricky actually in the hill. He's going to get bombarded, but still fighting for that 15 seconds of scrap time is going to allow Str8 Rippin to set up. But what I was trying to set up, Study, he started to heat up quite a bit. When he gets that energy, when he gets loud, that just fuels the rest of his team. They can get hype.
Study's sitting at 19 and 16 currently. Here comes that hardpoint flip. Dashy's going to be the first one to get his hands on it, but here comes Fnatic in from behind. They've also got 2 players coming in from Labs and one on the wall run as well, so it's a perfect pinch. Tommy opens up with the first blood. He's going to get Dashy as well. Wonderful work from Tommy. He is a legend in his own right. Can he continue the run? 4 kills in a row. He's just popped the Scarab. This is going to help him initially, you know, it's going to get him a little bit of time up top. Ricky's going to be tagged there. Scraps also on the hard point. Ricky now upstairs. We've swapped perspectives to the Str8 Rippin player. FTL player on the way in through. Wuskins kills Ricky at the door. So that's going to slow this play right down. And in the meantime, Fnatic have been gathering time. 146 now and scaling. Str8 Rippin, though, 159, 160. They've just managed to retake control, but what a play from Fnatic.
Yeah, and the Bash Brothers, though, you can see Dashy invested the FTL into that hill. He does fall after picking up 2, but then Temp comes in, cleans up the other 2, and then, of course, Study was there to pick up some of the scraps, getting 2 as well himself. Still, though, Str8 Rippin, close to a 30-point lead, a little bit comfortable, but you can see Fnatic is here. They have the setup, and last time around, they got nearly that full 60. It was Wuskins and Scraps going off. They're going to look to do the same thing once again. Tommy, though, in mid-map, he's going to fall. That's going to be a mild opening. Look for Sunny B to try to pick one up. He's going to do just that, but the pressure coming in from the other side as well, and it looks like Dashy, again, inside the hill. He's picking up multiple kills, gets 2 on the way, and Str8 Rippin able to break through.
This is Tommy. Looks like he may be prepping for a Scarab play, but very sneaky approach already. Going for the shots, not able to make anything work out there. That was very unfortunate. Does get taken down by the Scarab of Dashy, and again, Scraps now, and Tommy. Only players left alive. Scraps, last man left there, and I don't think he needed to peek that kill. He could have left that one and not challenged it, but instead now he will be down. 204 to 157 Str8, still in control. The drill, this was mostly, you know, where the bulk of Fnatic's score came from, so not the most successful run of them so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say they did okay. I think they're going to come out to about even from where they left off in the hangar, or maybe actually a little behind if Str8 Rippin's able to get this scrap time. Either way, though, that's the hill that they kind of needed, because the situation's going to be Str8 Rippin. They only need 34 points to end this game, so Fnatic, it turns into a situation. Not only do they need the time themselves, but they desperately need to make sure they can keep Str8 Rippin out of said hill. Of course, though, Str8 Rippin, they got the reactive armor to work with. Temp has his payload as well. Obviously going to be difficult.
Study just took out the entire lineup of Fnatic, one at a time. Exceptional work. He does have his reactive armor ready to go. That was a ×4 multi-kill for him. You saw on your screen. Currently going 29 and 23. Absolute all-star for his team. Wuskin now. Scarab out, trying to buy some time. 28 seconds left on this hard point. Str8 Rippin certainly in the business end of the match at 220. Can the boys in yellow find themselves here? Wuskin with 2 through almost a third. What an incredible run, but brought down to a now. Str8 Rippin 225 and climbing. Fnatic need to get in there quick.
Yeah, you can see Scraps with that active camo. And of course, well, the entire team has all of the payloads necessary right now for Fnatic. on this Turbine Hill. You know they're going to burn him. They pretty much have to. They can't afford to make any mistakes here on this hill. And, of course, you got to keep in mind, Temp and Study had their payloads as well. Either way, the Scarab's getting pulled in on the top side. It looks like Fnatic's able to break through. Scraps is essentially watching the flank at this point. He's going to fall. Temp falls in the camo. They're trying to get inside the hill. That's 3 down in their favor. They just need 20 more, and this game is over.
Game will be over in a moment, but again, Fnatic now on the response. We do have Ricky and Dashi in the hard point, getting those points they need. Wurskin brought down Scraps. This is a camo play. He's going to try and open this one up. He's got the ID on both players. Tags up one. Can he find the second as well? Over the top, he does have the help of his team. Brought down as well. Sunny B there, though, to save the day. 30 seconds remaining.
Sunny B with huge kills right there as well. Needs to get the second. Has to find the third as well, and he's going to come out on top. He has struggled so far this game, but if he turns up when the team needs him to most, then he did his job. Still, though, they might need to just leave this time. Number 3, Wuskins, he's got the scrap, but still, Str8 Rippin, they just need 11 points, and they have the full setup on Hangar Fnatic. They have one good opportunity this. Tommy and Wuskins still have their payloads. The dash inside the hills, able to get one. There you see, Reactive gets called in. Tommy's able to get one. Kills going back and forth. Rippin inside the hill. Study pops his. He's going to get 2. They need 8 more points. One player's there. It's going to be Scraps. He gets shut down mid-map, and you see Study. He saved the reactive for many, many hills, and he used it to full effect. And he's very excited and very happy about it.
Oh, and you would be. What a play. What a fantastic choice not to have used that reactive armor until the last moment. Tommy used his, got him in as far as he could go. He did get taken down quickly after that, and then before you know it, pants around his ankles, and he's getting spanked there. Study with an exceptionally clutch play to close that one out. Str8 Rippin up 1-0 in the series so far. They only need 2 more, and they can call it first place in the groups.
Yeah, of course, Fnatic is definitely not going to shy away from the challenge. Definitely a team you expect that's going to be able to bounce back. Str8 Rippin, though, definitely, like Study especially, is a bit of an emotional player, and when he gets hyped, that's the kind of momentum that he just tries to carry through. In Temp, those guys just bounce back and forth off of each other. Don't know enough about Dashi, honestly, to say whether or not that's a necessity for him, or if he appreciates it, or what the deal is, but either way, very talented player. But Study, massive performance in game number 1. And of course, you got to look at Sunny B, man. He turned up towards the end, but they needed him earlier on and can't afford to start slow.
I felt Tommy had the slowest start of everyone on Fnatic, and in the end, by the end of it, he was, he was the hero they really needed. He had some great plays, but again, a little bit too little too late for Fnatic. But as they say, they're a slow starting team. They have to ramp up and get themselves into this one. So it's early start for the series for them. They're going to be going in Search and Destroy after this one. And then, chance, we get to the business end of the series if we have to. There's going to be a Game 4 and a Game 5. But I have a funny feeling that this could be a 3-1 for Str8 Rippin in my eyes. That's where I think we're going here. You think Game 5?
That's a very tough call. I think Game 5 is a pretty likely scenario. So Fnatic earlier, at one point in the year, they were like the best Search and Destroy team in the game. There was like a run that they had where they were like 10 or 11-0 in Search and Destroy, but that was many months ago. Nowadays, they're a little bit closer to average, but obviously there's a lot of talent there.
I think was it Wurskin that had one of the biggest individual ratios in a single Search and Destroy match. It was something stupid. They had like 24 kills or something ridiculous.
And then I think it was Wuskins yesterday had a 1 versus 4. I can't remember which team he
Tainted Minds. It was great. I've retweeted that sucker a few times. It was a good one. Shame on Tainted for letting that one happen, though. Really, that's ultimately the problem there. But yeah, no. Again, what we're trying to say is Wuskins and Scraps, they're great. They're superb S&D players. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, calling people rookies in Call of Duty is always tricky because some of these guys, like, so Silly, for example, this is his like first appearance in COD Champs, but he's been playing competitive since like Call of Duty 4. So a lot of these guys have been around for many, many years. So we talk about them breaking out into the scene. It depends on how big of a fan you are, honestly. So this is definitely your first time on main stage is the twins that you see on your screen there, Wuskins and Scraps. And Wuskins, again, if you consider that a breakout player, which I definitely make an argument that it is, playing fantastic. One of the best breakout players of the year, you'd have to imagine. And that 1v4 yesterday was kind of like a staple as well, because it wasn't like one that got handed to him. Like, he earned it. And the plays he had to make and the decisions, I think it was on Crusher. Just absolutely phenomenal. So again, Search and Destroy, I'm not saying it outright favors them, but definitely imagine Fnatic are going to bounce back strong. Yeah,
you're leaning. One thing I've always found interesting about twins, like, you look similar enough anyway, why not enhance that with matching facial hair? Why would they do that?
To be a detractor. You know how annoying that'd be for your entire life to everybody call you the same name and not be able to tell you apart? Finally have a measure to distinct yourself.
But they have the same facial hair. They have exactly the same, like, chin strap things going on. They shave the top lips. I mean, really, I'd put, like, number 1 and number 2 at best. Anyway, let's get into this one. Fnatic versus Str8 Rippin. Search and Destroy, map number 2. Str8 Rippin up by 1 in the series. If you've just joined us, you missed out. It was a real treat. Sunny B now has already been tagged up. Scraps with bomb in his hand, heading on round towards A, and he could well get the drop on Study. That's an opening that they will not want to forget. Str8 now down a man. And here we go. Sunny B also getting dashy, will be traded out very quickly. 2-on-2 now. It's the twins, Wuskins and Scraps, up against Temp and Ricky.
Well, Scraps is already dead, so that quickly turned into a 1 versus 2. Wuskins got the NV4, and that bomb is down in a very close range sight, but it looks like this round might take quite some time because they are on opposite sides of the map. Str8 Rippin might be just trying to hunt him down. Just to briefly talk about the opening start of that round, Study got shot in the back, and I don't think anyone ever checked the commissary push, but almost always on offense, someone does push that way. Either way, though, Wuskins, it's just the Call of Duty timing is real right now. It looks like he might have actually not like necessarily won the rotation battle, but kind of pulled a fast one on Str8 Rippin, but they cleared out B. They're coming to check back. Wuskins clearly is just playing for the kills, and it looks like he might just get shot in the back here, and that's going to be the case. Imagine the player's going to be able to trade that one out, and there you go, Str8 Rippin finally.
That was a slow and painful round to watch.
Yeah.
Chance, if you had to explain COD timing to somebody who doesn't know what COD timing is, how would you describe it?
COD timing is when you tell yourself, I know for a fact there will be a person that comes out of this doorway, and you sit there and watch it and watch it and watch it, and you go, I guess not. And as soon as you move or look away or get rid of your pre-aim, someone instantly pops up. It's like a Murphy's Law sort of thing. It's whenever you make a decision and then question that for a moment, you get punished instantly. It's amazing how it happens.
Well, happen it will, and happen it will continue to happen throughout the entire tournament. And keep your eye out for it, boys and girls, because it drives us all crazy. Tommy with an opening kill there on Dashy. That was a snipe. Can Temp make his way in? He's tagged up one. Scraps has already gone. He's got a player to his left. Sunny B as well. Nice work there from Temp. A beautiful two-piece to level the playing field. Tommy and Wuskin versus Study and Ricky. Tommy opened this one up with a snipe kill. His longbow hit its mark. But again, as you can see, the members of Str8 have made their way around. My apologies, Str8 have 3 players. Temp is also alive. We got all excited there for nothing. Temp now, bomb going down at B. Very wise move. You can see both members of Fnatic moving towards the back end of the map. Tommy looking to make the most of that sniper rifle off this wall run. Is he going to find anything from it? No identification of those players, so here we go. This is going to be huge. They know the snipe's in play, so they are eliminating that as a factor here. They're going to have to let Wuskin and Tommy get close, but this could be huge.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that the bomb got planted for that cave side. There you see, apparently that player didn't have blast shield on, so that's a round win. I was going to say, just the fact that they planted on the side for, like, the cave side, if the other guy's got a sniper rifle, they're obviously going to clear out from the garage side because that's where you want to snipe people at. So it's a pretty comfortable round win from them, again, just because they're smart enough players to recognize it. It's worth mentioning that it seems that Fnatic doesn't want to leave anybody over by cell block to kind of look over like that outside wall run over by the A bomb site. And Temp took full advantage, and that's actually 2 rounds in a row where they just run into A essentially for free and then just start shooting players in the back. I think Fnatic could definitely benefit from leaving someone in cell block, or at least making sure you stack up A a little bit heavier. Either way, though, Fnatic find themselves down 2-0. Need to make something happen here.
I think they heard you, Chance, because here we go. Scraps is making his way through. Lovely work from Sunny B. Didn't even need the help of Scraps to win that 1v1. Str8 now down a man. Tommy was originally having a big old wrap around the outside. Beautiful engagement. Temp goes down. Tommy with a slither of health left. Bomb gone down now. It's all on Ricky to get the disarm.
Well, it is a 1 versus 2, so this is a feasible situation, but you can see he's backing off to cut across mid-map, and he might run into Tommy as well, because these players for Fnatic right now are very split. Tommy's actually getting some terrible timing. Ricky, though, not able to finish the kill. If he'd been able to get that one, that would have been a 1v1 with about 30 seconds left on the clock, and that is a very doable situation. More importantly, though, Ricky right now, 4-0, can't jump off the map. He needs to play for kills. Going to come up behind a player as well. They're going to play Ring Around the Rosy, and he's going to get spotted out as well, and he's going to get team shot. Lucky kills right there. He almost had the best timing. That's Call of Duty timing, by the way. You asked about that. That's it right there. 2 different times, he's about to walk up and shoot a player in the back, and then just for seemingly no reason, they just move at the perfect moment.
We called it, and here it was. Bad timing for Ricky twice. He had 2 engagements there where he could have taken out Tommy and made it a 1v1, and then just in the nick of time was he saved there. Fnatic finally getting that one on the board. 2-1 right now. Again, these 2 teams are playing for first place seed in their group. Snipes out. Oh, Study finds a home there on Tommy. Right in the chest. And he got him back for a little one earlier. Study, keep the run going. Aim is on. Over the top. He got a lot of information there. He may be able to find something through the doorway. I mean, man, if he hits that, oh man, he really could. Still, though, this is a good engagement. Scraps coming in on the flank, but the timing for this is immaculate. There's one. Tags up a few more. Scraps keeping it going. Sunny B with 2 over the top as well. Get the reload out, son, and that's the last player alive. Dashy, you need to make this one work. But again, timing of this one. Fnatic finally closed that one out.
And that's a situation where literally no one watched the flank. There was one guy that called in the Scarab. Once he calls out, I see two, and there's only 3 alive, someone has to turn around. I mean, you have the man advantage. You got a guy in a Scarab. He's incredibly vulnerable, right? Like, he obviously can't shoot back. It doesn't make any sense to not have someone dedicated to that job. And obviously the recognition was either just non-existent or just a little bit too slow. But either way, Fnatic, again, we talked about their search and destroy prowess. They're definitely a capable team. They've been struggling a little bit on that first blood front, but nonetheless able to clutch up that 3v4.
So as just as last round, Tommy running through mid on his own, and the other 3 making their way towards A. Study has a snipe. We saw that. Scraps has picked up enough information. Study, though, trying to make a look out of this, and as you can see on the minimap, 7 is taking a bit of an engagement around the rear. Tommy, though, does get the kill on Dashy. He hit the flank, and it didn't quite work out for them. Tommy's now been taken down. This is Ricky on the A-bomb site, expecting that in amongst all that action, the player was going to make a move to the bomb. 1v1 against Scraps. Scraps gets the better of him there with that E-Rad up close, and now Study gifted that kill on Scraps. That's huge with the bomb going down, and he is going to be brought down there by the member of Fnatic. Back and forth, Chance. Back and forth between these 2 teams.
Yeah, it was just, again, we talked about how the flank was kind of vulnerable last time for Str8 Rippin. Well, this time they attacked the flank, but Tommy was ready. Tommy was ready. He picks up 1, and he stays alive long enough to get that teammate support. Honestly, good job on Temp just for being able to pick up 1, because he was getting challenged by 3 separate players. So it was a decent job for all the way around, but that was just a situation where Fnatic gets first blood, and they close out the round essentially with ease.
See if they can do it again. This is now straight on offense. We've got Temp with bomb. Still on board with Study. Oh, there's an engagement in mid about to happen. Oh, he's booking it, turning around. He doesn't know what we know. Dashy out. Oh, that was definitely spotted that player. Beautiful kill on Sunny B. Does get taken down in the end, so it's now going to be 1-1 apiece. 3 alive for each. Oh, Tommy been brought down. That's very unfortunate timing. Study catching him there. The bomb is going to be going down at A. Need to watch for the pinch now. 2 members of Fnatic still alive. They need to make the call here, how they're going to run this bomb. Str8 have got numbers, and they can basically play this however they want. Wuskins, still, this is Fnatic on the defense. We can see currently sitting on that Scarab 50% towards the Centurion. Not that it's going to be too big in the S&D now. Temp's probably going to go for the arm. They made a walk around the map. They decided it was best to come back to B and force Fnatic into that retake there. Sorry, A, excuse me. It's been a long day. Scraps now. He's going to make a wall run on the outside. Watch for the peek. There should be somebody watching it. Good timing. Study in from behind. What a play. It was worth it for the trade. Or was it because it's now all on a Wuskins? He's got to take down Temp and Ricky.
Well, he's got 1 player in front of him, saw that. He's got to get that diffused as well, so obviously incredibly difficult spot. Player jumping over top. Wuskins able to get 1. This might be a round thrown away, and he's just going for huge. Ricky, it's all about that recognition. Ricky, obviously, a bit of a legend in his own right. He's going to be smart enough to recognize this, knows he has to challenge, and that's a situation where Wuskins was trying to outsmart the opponent. Ricky was having none of it. And I can appreciate the round, honestly, from both attempts. I think it was solid through and through. I think, again, that was just to get the first blood, win the round pretty comfortable. There's a moment where I thought Str8 Rippin took a bit too long to decide on what they wanted to do. They had like 1 player rushing cell block when Temp was trying to plant the bomb, and he's like, wait a minute, hold on, I'll come with you. And then they just wrap back, but ultimately, again, just good search and destroy gameplay.
Still, I was kind of worried when Study fell off the map. I thought, that's a man you don't need to die. Still, going into round 7, it's 3-3. If you've just joined us, these teams will be playing for first place in their pool. Or in their group, excuse me. See, 1 player for Fnatic, once again, Tommy, always playing for the flanks on his own, the shot caller for his team. Now he's making the call. Everyone's going to be heading towards B now. Big rotation, but Temp is the only player on Str8 who's watching the flank. That's it. The gunfire off, that was the call. The conch has been blown, and here comes Str8. 2 players wrapping around the rear, 2 coming through the front. Playing a bit of footsies at the moment. Study with that snipe in the back end, hoping to find something better. As you can see, Fnatic, they've cut their losses. No blood shed, and they are going to be retreating. The only player who's going to be left behind is Sunny B. He's basically acting as a distraction to make sure that Str8 don't know, but look at the crossfire there. Scraps and Temp getting kills apiece. 3 on 3 with 25 seconds remaining. Fnatic have got to get a bomb down. Sunny B with a nice kill there. Last player alive left is Studdy. Can they get all 4 members of Str8, or will they get the bomb down? Here comes Studdy on the wall run on the outside. EMC, that pistol in hand, is not going to be the ideal weapon, but if he can catch a player off guard, he's going to be able to make it work. And here we go. 2 members of Fnatic are going to be pushing on the bomb site. Tagged up, he needs 1 more in the chest to get the kill. He finds it, and now it's a 1-on-1. He's picked up his E-Rad, so now he's changed the level field entirely, but the time has gone. Fnatic, quite an unusual round there. I am not sure, Chance.
No, I don't care. That's a choke, as far as I'm concerned on Fnatic. It's one of those things, there's 40 seconds left. They are like quadruple stacked in cave, and they call, we're going to wrap this back. Now, Sunny B makes a smart call. He ends up re-flanking because obviously Str8 Rippin recognized the wrap back and picks up the kill. They have the man advantage, and then there's 25 seconds left. They don't even attempt to plant. They go and try to hunt for the kill, and they didn't group up properly enough as well. You have to go for the plant, I think, just to draw Studdy out at the very least. I think they played a little bit too patiently. Obviously, it cost them there, but at the same time, good job on Studdy. Picks up the kill with the EMC, wins the round. Still, though, back on here, Ricky watching playing for his team. That should be an easy gunfight to finish, but Tommy, he gives them the business end of the stick, and now the round's over. Fnatic's just going to win that just almost essentially outright. That bomb gets planted, but honestly, what can Temp do in this situation? He's got one in front of him. He's just going to fall. I'd shoot his body, too. Like, after the round you just had, you need to have some kind of momentum, but oh my God, Ricky, that is just, that's a boots on the grounds player right there.
That's a boots on the ground player right there. That is a quote. Just that was a delight to hear, and that really tickled me, man. Tickled me. Fnatic, yeah, what a stinky round the last one was. Glad to see him back on form. Almost ready to get back into this. Fnatic on your screen. Sunny B, Tommy, Scraps, and Wuskin. Gonna get a couple more rounds here. It's 4-4 at the moment, first to 6. Str8 have got a lot to answer for after that last round.
Yeah, of course. Right now, Fnatic again leaning heavily towards that B-bomb site. They've already shown they're not a team that's afraid to kind of wrap and re-wrap. And again, I think they're essentially doing that around Studdy Sniper. And you can see, as soon as shots go down at all, immediately all of those blue arrows just start to wrap back. Of course, Studdy is going to be trying to cut off mid-map right now. And you can see what Tommy's play is right now. He's just waiting. He's waiting for someone on Str8 Rippin to make a mistake and push past. But Str8 Rippin didn't try to flank at all last round. They've done it in the past, but in a similar situation. So now Fnatic kind of bunched up. They're trying to go to this B bomb site, but Str8 Rippin completely ready.
Ready and waiting. Dashi, the only player on his team with payload ready to go. Nades out. Perfect flank from Tommy. Yeah. 2 in a row. And the timing on the back end as well. Scraps took care of Dashi. It's all on Temp. Tommy, once again, he's always ready to peel off from the team. The majority of the squad lay in wait. Tommy will always hit the outside run. He'll hit the flank. He's gathering information for his squad, leaving the rest of his brutes there to do the groundwork.
And he just looks bored.
He looks bored.
Tommy just looks like mildly bored about the whole ordeal. I mean, granted, both these teams have already qualified, but again, they're fighting for that top seed, and that is incredibly important because that could decide some insane matchups that you might end up getting. Obviously, you want the easiest bracket possible, or most teams will. Some guys like the harder road, but still, he's just the playmaker right now. Every decision he makes, honestly, even when decisions don't work out, I was going to say the decisions he makes are great, but he finds himself in bad situations. Then he just kind of turns on Ricky and gives him the hands. Either way, though, this final round can very well decide it all. And Studdy with the shot, though, trying to keep his team alive, trying to force that round 11, letting the sniper do the work for him.
2 on 3, Str8 Rippin with the man advantage, Temp with bomb. Now it's a Studdy with snipe. You've seen him. Temp's going to be getting that bomb down at A now. As you can see, the 2 members of Fnatic left alive. Wuskin and Sunny B pushing their way through mid now. Sunny B's got the FTL. He can make a play happen with that one, and they could potentially close this one out on map point. They've seen the bomb, eyes on. They know where the players are going to be. Sunny B's got to check his corners. He's garnered the info. Oh, he's just got away with his life there. But as you can see, number 3 on your screen is also hitting the wrap. Sunny B, he doesn't get sniped. Temp gets killed. Wuskin in from behind now. The potential is huge for the kill. Shots on Studdy. He doesn't get the kill, but he deals the damage. Goes for the slide. Over the top. Wuskin, you absolute monster. Oh my good God. Over the top. He juked him. He dealt the damage. What a round. Fnatic.
And that's a choke. That's got to be a choke, right? Like Studdy, he was pre-aiming for the longest time. Well, Call of Duty timing. You talked about it earlier.
Three times.
He's pre-aiming the outside for the longest time, and as soon as he zooms out for the second, that's exactly when Sunny B just happens to decide to make his move, gets the kill, gets out with his life, and then Study's like, well, crap, now I know there's a player there. I had to get over there for the trade. Well, he's got an EMC, and then, of course, like, he's running around commissary, and then Luskins wins the gunfight, and I think Tommy won his, and just everything that could go wrong gunfight-wise in that final round for Str8 Rippin did. It's just bad.
I love how we saw that through the eyes of the sniper, who we saw Sunny B get the kill on Temp on the bomb site, and after that, it just all fell to pieces. Wuskin hit the flank. Perfect gameplay. Extremely exciting. I don't know about you, Chance, but I need a break. We'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the 2017 CWL Champs presented by PlayStation 4. Miles and Chance, we've recovered. We were so clenched after that last one. I had to just have some kind of like muscle relaxant after that because it was just too intense. Speaking of intense, uplink time now. Where do we go from here, dude?
The only place we can go is up. Actually, not really. The series has been pretty good so far. I actually have like an analytical question for you, which I probably should have asked you before we are doing this live, but we'll just do it live. It's fine. The sniper scope, the fact that like it shimmers or glows or like you can see the light. So obviously it hasn't been in any of the Call of Duties, and the only way you get the information from the opposing player that is a sniper is when he shoots you or shoots at you. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? The fact that now you can just peek a corner and be like, oh dear God, Study's about to kill me.
I've always always
about.
I'm with you, dude. I've always had an issue with a game that's giving me information as opposed to information that I'm earning as my, right as a good player.
See, I think I disagree, though. I think I actually like the light, though. I think it's a useful thing. And it's not in a way that, like, it gives away. Obviously, you have to peek the corner. I think it's just small. I don't know. It's a discussion to be had, and I don't think anybody's really talked about it. Obviously, not a big deal. The important thing right now is this uplink. Of course, tied at 1-1. Just to remind you guys, this is the fight for the first seed in the pool.
Answers on a postcard about the whole lights on scopes thing. Ooh, Tommy, like that was a headshot, bro. Good shizzle takes care of Dashy there. Again, early start now for both teams. No one's really in a super position to do much. However, Tommy has made it across to the other side of the map. He's going to be trying to hit the players with Str8 in the back as they move on through towards the drone. Tommy keeping the run going now. Takes care of Dashy. Not able to make the turn there on Study. Would have been sweet, but it ain't going to happen. Scraps now is making a big old push around the rear with that drone in hand. Still hard pass forward to himself over the top. Is this potentially a 1-point throw? It is. Wow. Scraps, hats off to you for making that one work. A major hole in Str8 Rippin's defense, and he just found it straight away, poked it until it was raw. Yeah,
and the plan was there just to manually pass it to his teammate that was flanking through blue to go and get a dunk or 1-point score, and then that player dies, he messes up the throw anyway, and then they still get a point. So yeah, I don't know, I guess just the confusion of the manual pass was enough to kind of distract Str8 Rippin just for a second. Either way though, of course that droner's reset back mid-map. You see Str8 Rippin, they're the team that's pushed up most aggressively on the minimap, but they are going to all fall. So Study's by himself with the drone, trying to make some plays with it, and he's able to do just that, and at the very least, he's going to slow Fnatic down. Yeah, back to that 50-50.
Study, lovely close range game there. Wonderful work there, getting the drone into the hands of the opposing team, shooting while he was doing it. There we go, trying to catch those players, but Ricky and Temp have just trapped Fnatic in the barn, and it was just it was a fish in a barrel. Really just an execution there. They firing squatted the entire lineup. And now we've got Study and Str8 Rippin now moving on forward again. Drone in hand. Tommy and Wiskin picking up kills, trying to buy some time. Str8 Rippin now has got to regroup a little bit and Study, finding himself in the wrong part of town there, my friend.
Yeah, just kind of sprinted into two different gunfights. Also, that player just tried to wrap mid-map when he's got his entire team in the field, and Temp said okay and just killed him. So, I don't know, maybe a small miscommunication, weird decision. Either way, though, that drone getting reset mid-map. You see number 5, actually, Temp. He's in the base of the opponent right now. He's picked up 1 kill. Study's doing some work himself as well, so this is actually a really nice spot for Str8 Rippin. Study just has to pick up the drone and start making moves, and by the time he does, his teammates have fallen. And the final 2 players that are there, Ricky and Dashy, well, they can try and slow the opponent down. Ricky's able to pick up 2. Dashy's going to get 1 as well. So, yeah, Fnatic, they're going to have the drone on the opposite side of the map, but it's going to be a long time before they can get points.
Uh-oh, they didn't manage to play the drone, so now it's sitting on their side of the map. It's close by, and now we've got Str8 Rippin closing in on it. Tommy goes down as well. Dashy, they haven't made any kind of steps to making this a safe place. Sunny B with a great big turn there. Scraps now trying to stay alive. The drone is within scoring distance now of Fnatic's goal. They need to make something happen here. They need to get rid of it as quickly as possible. It's a hot potato, and you do not want to be holding on to it right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think they should definitely be resetting it when they go over towards field, or just do anything else other than what they were attempting to do. Either way, though, the defensive stands by them have been pretty nice. You see Sunny B getting some nice kills as well. He's going to be on that 3 streak as well. Waskins, he's able to finish that gunfight. Now Sunny B's in a pretty nice spot. They just need to get the drone over the building. I think that's what the player's going to go for. That manual toss is up and over. Still got to get some kills. Well, Scraps is going to be the last one by himself. Gets the shot off, and that is not one we can be upset about him missing. That is just an incredibly kind of Twitch reaction play, just going for broke, but either way, no points are going to result.
Lucky man, if he misses, at least he tried. If he hits it, he's a goddamn hero. Speaking of heroes, it was certainly Study B there for taking care of Ricky and making sure that this drone slows down. Wonderful work there from Tommy as well, cutting the head off the snake of Str8 Rippin. Temp, the only one left alive on this far forward of the map. Dashy now weathering the storm and preparing for the onslaught from Fnatic. They have drone, they're hitting the bike path, that low runway on the left-hand side of the map, but it has been cut in half by Dashy. 1, 2, and it's still, the run is happening over the top. Sunny B, look at the footwork on him. Oh, on the left and right, and he manages to get a kill out of it as well. Beautiful work from Fnatic. What a dunk from Sunny B, almost single-handedly.
Yeah, and that's just awkward timing as well, right? Just for the fact that Ricky is standing underneath the portal and then just isn't able to kill a player that's not shooting back until it's just too late. Again, it's very difficult to kill those guys with the drone carry. Obviously, the extra armor is sliding around a corner, but still, Str8 Rippin definitely would have liked to have been able to make that stop because essentially just one player doing it by himself towards the end there. Either way, though, 12 seconds left. You're going to expect that they're going to try to go for the 1-point toss at the end. Temp, though, is going to get cut down by Tommy, and he's going to get that drone out of dodge. That's going to be Fnatic. Tied 1-1 in the series, but up 3-0 at the half.
Ooh, I think Tommy just hit his overdrive. Like a teeny pinch fit? He went a little quick there. Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. Chance, you know what? Don't answer that question. It's 3-0 halftime.
I genuinely didn't see. We can try and look at it. Well, no, he turned away in the kill cam. I was going to say, I think it was, what, still like 3/4 full?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what happens anymore. I think if you pop it at all, you just lose the entire thing. I'm pretty sure.
It's probably for the best.
It was a feature early on where you could actually get away with like camo they would give you back briefly if you like died as soon as you popped it, but that got patched a while back. But the overdrive, I don't know. Either way, Tommy, about 3/4 of the way there, and him and Dashy are the closest ones towards those payloads. Temp, by the way, he's watching some long cuts with the E-Rad. Meanwhile, though, Fnatic, that's going to be 4 down. They're going to make their move. Scraps with that drone in hand. Stunning B, by the way, leading the charge. He's already underneath the portal of his opponent. And you got to expect him to get some kills here because Scraps is taking the long way around.
I think taking the long way around may have actually just been the bane of Fnatic. Now they're going to have to play over the top of this one. And it's a 1-point throw. It still managed to somehow make it in, despite the fact that there were many, many Str8 Rippin bodies there near the goal line. Still, that was a bumbled play in my book that they somehow managed to make the best situation of. So Str8 Rippin, shame on you. That shouldn't really be happening. Fnatic up 4-0 in the second half.
Yeah, and I definitely think Str8 Rippin needs to do a much better job of setting up for interception. This is something that I think I was casting with Bryce here. Maybe it was you, actually, with watching Ghost Gaming, where it was every opportunity they were there. They were making just interception after interception, always the perfect setup. Meanwhile, though, the drone coming on the flip side of things. Dashy, by the way, is on a 7 streak. They're going to try to give the drone to him, and there you go. They're successful on the second go-around again. These little finesse plays, again, just trying to iron out the little kinks. Just unfortunate that it clipped the side of the building. Dashy, though, he's letting it rock, man. He was on 7, now he's on 9. He's fully streaked out, and that's exactly what Str8 Rippin needs. If they can't intercept the drone, you got to kill everything on the map. Finally, he's going to get shut down, but you got to imagine 3.5 minutes fully streaked out. They should be able to make a couple plays.
You cannot let Dashy start getting away with it. He's already streaked out, and that's going to hurt him enough in the end. Still, testing mid-map. The battle is raging for the drone. Dashy now is going to grab that one again, fully streaked, as we said. Bombardment, Trinity Rocket, definitely going to be helpful in a moment. They're only 1 dunk away from tying things up. They've got 3 minutes and 10 to do it in. This is a mountain of time, a lifetime in Call of Duty to make a point.
Well, Fnatic does have control just for the moment, but still, it's only a mid-map situation. Actually, you can see Trinity Rocket is getting called in by Dashy. He's up to 0 kills so far, and that's going to be a total. At the very least, though, you see Tommy basically got to put himself in a bad position, so that's going to help Ricky get the kill, but that's it. That's all you get. You get 1 helpful kill on 1 player, and then absolutely nothing else. Now, Temp, he's in a position, he has to go big. He's able to pick up 1 kill, but he's got to deal with more players mid-map. He's got to be the thorn right now in Fnatic's side, and he's able to distract long enough and get a kill to get Study nearby, but still the kills aren't quite coming in. Str8 Rippin in control, but you see the play they're going for, trying to wrap around blue, but Fnatic, they are ready to the cause, already set up on the head glitch, looking to make that defensive stand.
Oh, here comes Str8. Like water crashing against the rocks. I don't know, though. Maybe they can make this one work, but Fnatic just a little too strong. Scraps there, making these kills work, and Ricky feeling like he has to hold on to the drone. That's a bombardment on the outside. Did that go down? It looked like that went down. I mean, I'm just tripping. It's just been a long day, but it looked like the bombardment hit on the outside. That was Str8's to be had. Still, though, Dashy, 23 and 18. They're going to recoup after that fumbled assault, and now take a breather and try again. Fnatic, though, look, you can see that front line shifting entirely. They're bracing for this one. They're getting ready, and already it's looking pretty solid for them. 2 dead for Fnatic. Dashy on the back end is going to be shut down finally by Sunny B. A crucial kill. Again, Dashy lethal at this point.
Yeah, Temp, though, found himself in a nice position once again. Has the E-Rad for a 2nd time in ticket, but right now he's surrounded by 3 yellow arrows, and they're just going to be hunting him down. Able to shut him down, and again, that's huge. It's a 1.5 minutes Str8 Rippin. They need to get a dunk or 2 1-point shots, and they are simply just running out of time. They've had opportunities. They had the full streaks, but they didn't get anything out of it. So, again, if they can't do it with streaks, you think they can do it with just their guns? Well, we're going to be able to find out. Fnatic right now just holding strong. You see right now, Scraps has the camo in his back pocket. You got to imagine this is Fnatic's to lose.
Study with 2. Managed to take care of Ricky as well. So now we're going to see him pushing that one forward. Is going to be cut down immediately there by Tommy. Temp did manage to pick up the pieces, though, and this could become a very scrappy play. He doesn't have much help. He went for the slide, beat down, and he is going to be eliminated. Scraps now. Fnatic on the approach, and Tommy's going to be getting the first kill on Study. Tip of the spear now, moving on through. There's a definite one-point play. Camouflage now activated to guarantee the dunk, and it's a definite dunk. And a couple of kills as well. Wow, they've wiped Str8 out, straight off of spawn. And now they've got a little bit of play to make in mid. There's an open goal. As we've seen Str8 Rippin making a move forward, it is going to be slowed down there. Dashy is taken down immediately by Wuskins. That is so huge. What a recovery. All of the players on Fnatic overextended there. They got the points, but they didn't have mid control. And that's where Str8 made their play.
Well, Str8 right now does have the drone in control. 16 seconds. They're going to have to get a dunk, and then they're going to have to chuck the drone over. Scrapso was like, yo, I'm just going to kill your entire team if you don't mind. And it looks like that might actually be the case. Tommy's going to get that fourth, but there you have it. Fnatic able to hold strong, and frankly, again, I think that just comes down to maybe some slight inexperience. I mean, yes, I think it was Scraps that did have a pretty monster performance, but once Dashy heats up, once he gets fully streaked out, you got to make better plays with it. The Trinity Rockets get called in, and they get absolutely nothing. They don't get map control. They barely get any kills. I think he literally just helped Ricky just to kill one player, and that was it. You don't even cross mid-map, and then they ramp the drone over towards blue, and they're stuck there for what, a solid minute maybe, where they're just in blue kind of trying to pick up kills. They invest the bombardment as well, but you're calling it in on a sort of an enclosed area, and yes, there was opportunities there, but again, two different streaks, they got nothing, and there's a reason you don't see teams push that blue side.
You see screen, Study and Str8 not happy about that last performance, and so they shouldn't be. They're down 2-1 against Fnatic. This is again playing for first place in their group, which will determine who they play once they make it into bracket stages. Now that is going to be a completely different affair to what you've seen for the last 2 days. Of course, group stages very different. We're all playing. We're laying the foundations for the groundwork and for the next sort of set of 3 days of play. And so far, so good for Fnatic fans. But now we're going to be going back to a hard point, which they did lose initially against Str8, and quite handedly as well. So, Chance, what do you think, man? We're gonna be going to a Game 5?
I still think Game 5 is a pretty decent opportunity. You see, Retaliation's actually going to be the map, and it's one of those things. EG, there really is no telling how good they're going to be. We've seen them play against teams like EG that I don't want to kind of rub the dirt in, but slightly lesser competition, right? Like EG, their best placing was I think top 8, but that was with Study on the team, and Study I think was without a doubt the worst player on that team at the time. I think he was definitely a player that getting rid of him is an understandable thing to do, and I think to Study's credit, I think he's massively turned his game around. I don't know if this team is a better fit or what, but the point is, it's tough to tell exactly how good this team is going to be, specifically at Retail. Fnatic, on the other hand, they've definitely been around the block quite a few times. Scraps obviously has been playing out of his mind. Wuskins as well, really that just duo. And Tommy's had a pretty nice first hard point, but again, the first time around is Sonny B, kind of dragging him down ever so slightly. Just needs to pick it up a little bit in the hard point if Fnatic can take this 3-1.
Sonny B, man, he's shaking the hands. He's doing all sorts to keep those hands limber and warm. We're doing some stretches over here on the casting desk. Make sure you stretch before doing any kind of serious or strenuous physical activity. You see Fnatic on your screen. Looking pretty cool about this whole thing, let's be honest. They're looking very in control, and I think they should feel that way. But at the same time, hardpoint changes the game entirely. Game 5 is very likely on the cards, and that is where we get excited, because Game 5s are always sweet.
Yeah, it could be interesting as well, because again, that search and destroy game was pretty good. I still can't get over that last round. Just Sonny B, I just can't, it's a blunt clenching moment where you peek out, you see a sniper scope, and you're like, oh dear God, I need to turn and run away real quick. And again, just to clutch that up, I think it was him and Wuskins at the moment. Yeah. Just fantastic plays. I think, Tommy, he had that just one kill on Ricky where he's basically dead to rights and just not a turn on necessarily, but just a kill you should not be able to get. And then you go and look at Tommy, he's just bored. Like, it's business as usual for the guys on Fnatic.
Here we go. Hardpoint retaliation is going to be the 4th in our potential 5-chapter saga. Fnatic versus Str8 Rippin. Here we go. Almost getting ready to kick this one off. You know the deal. First to 250, climb into the hard point. Changes after a minute. There are 5 in total. And then we go through the same 5 again. And they are off. This is Str8 Rippin. Study making his way forward. Dashy. Engagement on the bridge. Scraps. Takes 2. Thank you very much, and Fnatic will be getting the first few points there on the board. A wonderful opening gambit, and it didn't look like all of Str8 decided to make their way towards bridge initially. I think they were far too more concerned about getting hit on that left-hand side flank.
Well, that might just be kind of prep work that ended up costing them at least a little bit of time, but that was just thing 1 and thing 2, right? Scraps gets those first 2 kills, Wustons gets the next one. So everything is going pretty well for Fnatic. Again, it was one of those things where if those 2 players were cooking, which we kind of pointed out on this map, if their ARs are on point, they're going to see quite a bit of success, and absolutely no time has been wasted so far. They get it a nice early lead. They're going to break the 40-point margin. Str8 Rippin, they've gotten up to 1.
Well, this is not exactly how I saw this one going. 3 dead there for Fnatic. We're going to see the point change hands with the final few seconds to go. But as again, it looks like Str8 are in position to get this next one. Can they win the gunfights? Dashy gets the first. He's going to have to handle with a few more of Fnatic. He gets the second. There's a third on its way. Go Dashy! That's what we're talking about. 3 in a row. He can hold the spawn. He can take the hill. And he'll take on all of Fnatic, no problem. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear-cut as to why Dashy was considered. Honestly, before he played on LAN, people were touting him as one of the best players in the game. Of course, a lot of the pros kind of just, like, scuffed at that, and Dashy is only going to be able to pick up 4 before he falls. But a lot of pros were like, until you can do it on LAN, we haven't actually seen how good you are. Well, Dashy, clearly there's potential there, but still, quite a ways to go. Still, it is Str8 Rippin inside of the hill with that control. Scraps, though, from this power position on top plat, trying to be as much of a disruption as possible. Not quite able to finish that gunfight on Ricky, excuse me, but Sony B is there for the trade. Man, Scraps is he's a hazard to the structural integrity of my genes with shots like that from K-Bar across map. That was some fine work. 54 to 43, Fnatic with the lead. Things are already heating up. We've seen some sweet plays already from both sides of the fence. I'm excited to see where we go now in Cathedral. Here comes the flip. Members of Str8 Rippin are going to be coming over the bridge. This is Sunny B watching the back end. The engagement is now happening in towards mid. Tommy is going to be watching that a long way down bridge. Shots on Ricky. Ricky, though, perfect accuracy, going to be hitting those shots, forcing Tommy back in a position. And the rest of Str8 are now making their way through towards the market. Is there a sail on? There must be a 2-for-1 on those sweet apples, and Scraps is picking them up and taking a bite.
Yeah, and it definitely seems like Fnatic right now is just like a bit more of a polished team. Dashy, though, he's able to pick up 3, and if he gets that 4th, which he's going to do, killing the entire team by himself, again, ruining the structural integrity of your genes. But again, that's a bit of the difference maker. Fnatic seems more polished. They did the right things. They stacked up in market properly and had the hill. And then it's just those big-time plays from Dashy. Those are just, it's the tale of 2 concepts of these teams, I guess.
It's like, we have a great setup, but then we have this guy called Dashy that just comes in and absolutely wrecks everyone. So it's like, yeah, cool, your setup's great, but Dashy has like God mode enabled, or 3-piece guarantee mode enabled. I'm sure that's a downloadable content that you can purchase, you know, through the game menu. Still, Fnatic have once again taken the first flip of this hard point. They're going to be getting the early time, but I've got a feeling Dashy's coming, and he's going to ruin the day. Still, there he goes. He's already got 1. Dashy, we weren't joking about this. We meant that. You know, he's already got the position now. He's looking for the next few players. He came straight through, almost uncontested. He got a kill out of it, and now it's his hard point. I feel like it's Fnatic versus Dashy for a few moments of this one.
I mean, at times it certainly is. Fnatic, though, they're all flooding up this orange bus side. Dashy, he's going to have quite a bit of pressure coming up. You see Ricky's trying to support from long ways away. Scraps, though, he's going to be prepared. So now Dashy, this is where he's got to go big inside the hill. He's able to get 1 still. He's getting team shot, and honestly, that's a pretty important kill. You see Temp was there in support of his teammate as well. But still, those are just kills that, like, it's mind-blowing when some players are just able to snap like that. But either way, that's what it separates some of the best players from some of the average ones. But still, it is going to be Fnatic that, as a team, collectively still doing well. Scraps, he has not slowed down for a moment from that uplink right now. He's 13-9.
13-9 on the other side of the board. Dashy, 13-7, currently on a 2 streak. This is your man Dashy right now. We've talked about him enough, and we're going to continue to talk about him. He managed to pick up a kill there, and now he's moved on through. Does get dropped eventually. Fnatic, very, very close contested match so far. 106 to 99 straight. Playing for their first place of group life here up against Fnatic. They're finally taking control of the hotel hallway. Lovely engagement there from Temp. Does take down Ricky. Sunny B now in bike shop. He's going to be coming around the rear. He's hoping to catch a few of those players on the flank. Fnatic now slowly collapsing in, and Sunny B actually, he definitely saw that player coming through the window, but Study just a little too fast on the trigger there. He's going to take him down.
Either way, tie game right now. So as close as you could possibly imagine, that's a tie game when a player gets a 4-piece on the money hill over by Grave. So you got to imagine Fnatic right now, they're doing more things right. Again, though, it's just those gunfights you can't allow a player like Dashy to win. Still, though, it is Str8 Rippin. Nice 13-point lead. This was the hill that first time around, Fnatic kind of blew the score open. This time, though, it is Str8 Rippin getting quite a bit of time. You see Study, Temp, and Dashy, all the teammates at the 4 picking up kills. Study, by the way, has heated up. He's on a 4 streak. And if you remember, game number 1, Study had the best performance by far in the lobby. Trying to replicate that now.
Str8 got a game 5 on their minds, and it's very, very likely at this point. 107 to 141. You see Study now, shots down across range. Looking to get those players out of the hard point. Not an easy feat, though, because let's face it, the boys in yellow, Fnatic, they want to close this one up as soon as they can. And here comes Wuskins over the top. Does get tagged up heavily. Tommy finally finds the kill. Scraps is going to get that one there. And here comes Tommy again. Continuing the run. 16 and 11 so far. Make it 17. That's a 4 streak. Things are looking up for the boys in Fnatic. But again, this hard point is done and dusted. We've squeezed every last drop out of it. And it's about to flip to lower street.
If I remember correctly, I think lower street was slightly in favor of Str8 the last time around. And of course, they were forced to break through on Grave. This time, though, Scraps with the MV4 is going to be inside the hill. Has a couple gunfights as well. And there you go. Scraps, again, he's been on point, 19 and 15 as well. Again, you're just looking at either Sunnyb or Wuskins to kind of pick up the slack a little bit. That was the problem they had in the first hard point. One player just wasn't there. But again, if that player can turn the game around, obviously, it's already a close game. That could be the deciding factor. Fnatic right now inside the hill. Scared feet used. Nothing going to result from it in terms of kills at the very least. The information, of course, always important. Players surrounding the hill right now with Str8 Rippin, but that is going to be a clean 4 down. Very nice hold coming out of the boys on Fnatic.
Oh, Fnatic keeping this one close. We're about to break 150. Str8 have yet to get a point in quite a while now. This has been a bit of a dry run for them. Lower street was definitely their hard point on the last rotation. So we saw Dashy get his first sweet 3-piece, I do believe. We got Temp trying to make their way back towards Graves. This is going to be the next feeble point. Does get dropped immediately there by Scraps. Lovely shots from long range with that NV4. The preferable weapon for those long range engagements. K-Bar, she's got a kick to it. She got the job done, but you need a gentle hand. Oh, FTL play. Trying to get through the gap there. Temp actually took down Dashy with his own Scarab. Scraps is now all on his lonesome, up against Ricky, can't find the kill, and that is going to be Str8's hill for now. But here come the Fnatic reinforcements, and they are going to be mopping up operations here, as they do manage to get the next bit of time here on the Cathedral. Now, Chance, Str8 have seemed to have vanished. Like, I don't know where they are and what their game plan is right now. What seems to be going on?
I think they're just like an ever so slightly unpolished team, right? Like when they're making big plays, when you got players just going off, picking up those big 2 and 3 pieces, obviously that's just going to make your job a whole lot easier. But you saw right there, they had a decent opportunity to break the hill. An unfortunate team kill comes in, and that's an entire hill where they don't break through at all. They don't even really contest. They managed to get Fnatic out of the hill for a few seconds, but they just struggle with the breaks. I think as a team, they still have a bit of a ways to go before they kind of really compete at that top level. And I think Fnatic handles that a little bit better. Fnatic's problem right now is just a lot of the gunfights they've been struggling to win. I mean, Wuskins right now is 13 and 15, and that's only because he's on a 15 streak. Tommy, by the way, popping the reactive, get inside the hill, picks up 2 kills on the enemy, 1 kill on his teammate, but that's a worthy investment of the reactive. They go from Grave, and now they have control of Broken, and again, that is it's an intelligent break, right? Investing the payload.
There we go. 20 points remaining for Fnatic. They don't want to have a game 5. They're not too keen on it, but Temp sure is. He's come in. He's broken on through the line, and he's got a couple more kills. That little Scraps off the wall, unable to be killed. But Temp found a way. Scarabout's going to buy some time again for his team. This is worthy information to be grabbed. Oh, no! He dived underneath it. He missed the player who's still going to make his way around. That's Tommy. And will he find him on the second way through? He does. Tags him up. They're going to get the kill easily here, and this is a good time for Str8. Nice bit of chunk of time. 15 seconds remaining here on Destroyed Building. They're going to hit that next rotation very hard indeed. They're going to have to, because Fnatic are getting ever so close to that win there. They want that game 5. They're not going to be wanting second seed, because they will be going up against a real powerhouse here at COD Champs.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see when Temp actually pops that camo. He might have to do so out of desperation, depending on how Hallway goes. Obviously, Fnatic right now 13 seconds away from being able to end this game, but the worst case scenario, you don't want to not use the streak and just lose the game. You're going to have to use it at some point, and it's a better safe than sorry type deal. Dashy, though, is able to pick up 1, and he's going to spot those 2 players coming in from Arches, so the players inside the hill for Str8 know they need to look. Temp, by the way, trying to pick up the flank. He's going to give it up, pop the camo, has to get inside the hill to contest. He's there with 2 players, able to pick up 1. Dashy's there for the second. Tommy's there for the trade, but Dashy, again, coming up clutch, gets the multi-kills when needed, and Str8 Rippin holds on.
Oh, hold on indeed. 10 points for Fnatic, and they're on spawn now. They're going to make their way slowly towards Hotel Hallway. There's 20 seconds left on this hard point. Dashy's in a sweet position to make some damage, but look at that, he gets killed through the wall. He gets wall banged because his foot was sticking out or something. Unbelievable. Those big shoes. You know what they say about guys with big feet? They die early. Here we go. The plays are coming down. Sunny B, this is it for the win if they can hold on. Or is it? Because the hotel hallway is now finished. Next hard point, it's all over bridge. Study in position. He needs to be a hero here. He needs to hold on. He has been dropped. Temp's coming in. It's going to be a straight massacre as they're taken down 3-1. Fnatic will be topping their group and advancing onwards into bracket play. Now, it's not to say that Str8 won't, but going in a second seed is going to change who they play quite dramatically, and we will get all that information to you guys as and when it comes to us. Chance, what a series. Not a bad one, was it?
Pretty good.